Assistant Vice President of Regional Community Engagement at ViStar Credit Union, Veronica Session-Fiddle, and Executive Director of Waste Not, Want Not, Kathleen Spears, joins us ahead of ViStar's 5th annual Good is Everywhere, Good Starts Here food drive. Ladies, thank you so very much for being here today. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, it's our pleasure. You're doing great stuff in the community. We need to share that stuff. All right, Veronica, let's start with you. So tell us more about Good is Everywhere, Good Starts Here food drive.
Absolutely. So for ViStar, Good is Everywhere is our annual celebration where we offer free experiences to the community, and then also our employees pour into the community by volunteering. The Good Starts Here food drive is another example of that, and at all 79 of our ViStar locations, we're going to be collecting food to help with food insecurity with our partners like Kathleen from Waste Not, Want Not.
That's awesome. Okay, Kathleen, let's move on over to you. So what are you seeing in the community right now?
Food insecurity rates are rising. So according to current statistics, about 13.5 to about 14% of Northeast Floridians struggle with food, and they're not certain where their next meal is going to come from. And so things as little as changes in gas prices, so it takes me about $12 more to fill up my tank than it did before. So that $12 for someone could mean a meal or two.
Absolutely, yeah. That's devastating. And the thought that there's anybody that has to go hungry in the wealthiest nation in the history of the world is kind of crazy, right? So the fact that you're doing this is fantastic. All right, Kathleen, let's stick with you. So how will donations from this food drive make a difference for folks? Okay, so every can makes a difference. So even if it's just one canned good, makes a difference. We serve about 250,000 people across Northeast Florida, and each day we rescue between 4,000 to 6,000 pounds of food. So we prevent food from going into landfills and instead getting into the bellies and onto the plates of people who need it. So an organization like ViStar, tremendous partner, far more than the food drive that they're doing in August. They lend volunteers to us regularly every Saturday. They come out and help us sort and prepare. But donations like this really make a difference because we don't buy food, and so we rely on the kindness of others and on the rescue of food in order to feed the people that we serve. That is simply amazing. That is simply amazing. All right, so Veronica, why is this cause so important to ViStar?
It's important to us because it's a part of our purpose to do good and to lead by example, and this is a perfect way. If we know that neighbors are struggling to put food on the table, we want to support them, and so this is a great way that we can get support from the community and just all work together to make a greater impact.
I think the word that you used there is very important, that we need to hammer on neighbors. Our neighbors, right? These are the people that we are in our own community. Sometimes you don't even know. There may be folks right down the road that are struggling. You have no idea.
They could be next door. They could be working with you. You never know who really needs the help, and so caring for others is the best way.
I think that's fantastic. All right, so Kathleen, what items are you collecting?
So we prefer non-perishable items, so canned goods, peanut butter, jelly, canned soup. We serve a lot of unhoused neighbors, so cans that have easy open lids that our unhoused neighbors can access easily. We don't accept expired food or open food, even though we're food rescue. We just, for the safety of the people we serve.
Absolutely. Okay, so can you share like a quick example of like how the donations impact folks?
Sure, I absolutely can. Just recently we had a family transitioning from being unhoused to housed, and they had put all of their money into coming up with the first month's rent, last month's rent, security deposit, so they had very few dollars left to buy food. And so we were able to prepare what we call a family box for that family. And she sent a note that said, "This is unbelievable. I've never been cared for like this, and not even for my own family." And so that's just one example of many of how these make a difference.
It's fantastic. I'm telling you, that's beautiful, right? I mean, it's something so oftentimes seems trivial. It's just food, right? Like, it blows my mind that we even have to have this discussion. But I'm so proud.
Food should not be a choice. Like, it should be just something that you have.
It's food.
You shouldn't have to choose between food and anything, lights, bills.
Okay, so how can the folks at home, how can we all help?
So everyone can help by visiting their local ViStar branch. You can bring in non-perishable food items to any of our 79 branches in Florida or Georgia. And then if you'd like to learn more, you can scan the QR code on the screen, or you can visit vistarcu.org/goodiseverywhere.
Excellent. Thank you so very much.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, it is our pleasure. Thank you so much. I've been a ViStar member since I was like I think I was 5 years old when it was
Oh, wow.
Jack's Navy Federal Credit Union.
Thank you.
I'm way back.
That's throwback.
So thank you so very much. I really do appreciate it.
Absolutely.
It's a wonderful credit union, a wonderful organization, and
Thank
your
you.
organization is helping so many folks. So thank you so very much.
You bet.
All right, Jordan, what do we have coming up?
Oh,